afternoon, everyone. It is Thursday, May 5th, the end of the semester almost. And thank you for joining us for this month's edition of HCC Lifestyle and Culture. I am Andrea Bonner, and today I am joined by my cohort, one of my favorite people, Shenesse Britton, who is the Faculty Division Chair for the Cosmetology Consumer Arts and Sciences Center of Excellence. Welcome, Shenesse. So Shenesse is going to tell us where you can find us.
Good morning, good afternoon, and all of those good things. Hey, you can find us on social media at HCC Glam Squad on Instagram. You can also find us here at hcc.edu/cosmetology as well.
And we're also live on the Houston Community College District Facebook page and YouTube. We're also on Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and on HCC at 8 p.m. Thursday, as well as 8:30 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays. So let's get off into one of my favorite topics to talk about, cosmetology and fashion, and kind of how the both of those intersect. As I mentioned, we work together in the Consumer Arts and Sciences Department, but we're really going to talk about how those programs work in tandem to help our students get jobs in this industry. So welcome to the show, Shenesse.
Thank you.
We're going to dive right in. So without the beauty industry, fashion and style would be completely incomplete. So how does the beauty industry influence fashion and culture?
Well, as you know, Andrea, they go hand in hand. One of the things that really just pleases me is with beauty, there would not be any fashion. You know, we've never saw a runway without makeup. Even in movies, you never see the big ball gowns or anything that's on TV. You have to have hair and makeup. And with that, it's always going to be a collaboration with both parties. So I think the hair in the fashion industry is just on this way to just taking off. And actually it's getting larger and larger, as we see on the Oscars. You can't have a nice ball gown and don't have makeup on. It just don't go hand in hand. So I'm just interested in where this thing is going to go. And I'm just excited for where everything is taking us right now, especially during this time.
That's good. And we did a lot of beauty. You know, we focused more so on beauty probably during COVID because, yes, you know, you could only see our faces and not the rest of us. But so as it pertains to fashion designers or stylists, how can they use beauty to convey the message that they're trying to get across in whatever story they're trying to tell, whether it's on the runway or whether it's for editorial? How do they work with you all in the beauty industry to get that across?
And for that, we're the behind the scenes people. So with the hair and makeup, we're always behind the scenes. So whether it's editorial, whether it's runway, whether it's anything like that, we're behind the scenes. We're the ones that's applying the makeup. We're the ones that's making sure the lashes is on. We're making sure that the hair is done correctly for whatever style that is for that particular dynamic. So we want to make sure that everything is going well. We're the ones that's doing the hustle and bustle of it. And then once we do that, we combine with fashion, and fashion is able to put these models on the runway and they can see the total outlook and the total work.
The total look, exactly. Like you said, we work together and there's not one. We were telling our designers this week, you can't have one without the other. Yeah. So it's all about that total look. Mm-hmm. So you've been in the industry for a while, working as a professional, now as a professor and an administrator. So tell me, how has the beauty industry changed to be more inclusive, which is a great word. It's a buzzword, but it's really good that we're talking about that now. And how have we incorporated those changes into our courses, the courses that you teach?
That is a really great question. One of the things how it's changed is social media. Social media has been a huge input on how we do in fashion, on how we do hair. And with the courses, what we have done is because in the social media is such a huge influencer on our students, what we try to do is incorporate that by having these contests. We end up putting that into our curriculum where they have to do everything through Canvas. We want them to do styles through Canvas. A lot of that has changed the game of hair. We never would have thought in a million years that COVID would have happened, but however, we were still able to as far as curriculum goes, we were able to see haircuts done in 3D. We were able to see the scalp analysis done in 3D. So without social media or without these IT platforms, none of this would have been able to happen. And because of this, and I'm so happy that we're able to experience this, we still had a great passing rate when it came to TDLR and our students passing their exam to get their license. So now we understand that it is very crucial for us to have technology when it comes to hair, and especially with fashion as well.
That's great. Yeah, technology that helped both of our programs stay above ground, above water, basically, during COVID. Now, back to inclusivity, one thing that I'm really focused on is how do we, in the past, we only saw models that looked a certain way on the runway, complexions that looked a certain way on the runway and in print. But now we're seeing a lot more diverse shades, whether that's African American, Asian, South Pacific. What are we seeing, and how are you all addressing those changes in as far as inclusivity is concerned?
And I think one of the major changes, especially with hair, as we're seeing the diversity, especially with different cultures, is natural hair. We're definitely embracing that. If you see commercials or if you see a TV show, natural hair is really big in the African American community, and people are now getting involved with it. So, we see the braids, we see the fros, we see the curly hair. And I think that's a great thing, especially with runway and with fashion, because a lot of those looks go hand in hand. We used to see where if you see a dark complected woman, she had to have straight hair. But now it's great to see her kinks and her curls. And we recognize that it doesn't matter. The shades is all beauty. It's all beauty.
And you all teach our students how to work with natural hair as well as relaxed or other types of hair, correct?
Correct. And it's infused in one of our curriculums. When our students hit our junior block, it is our 2439, which is advanced hairstyling. So they're able to learn braiding. They're able to learn how to make wigs. And it's great for the wigs because we deal with students that have, or people that have alopecia, cancer patients. So this is really great for our students. So we have had a couple of students that's been able to go into MD Anderson and make wigs for patients.
That is really, really great to hear. I love that. Again, being inclusive and talking more about, things that are relevant today. Yes. So how do the HCC Cosmetology Department and Fashion Department work together? And we've always done this. Well, we've done this since we've been working together to help students realize the total package of what fashion and beauty mean in the industry. How do we work together? I know we've done some partnerships, and we're going to talk a little bit about our great partnership coming up tomorrow, but how do we work together to help people realize that?
One of the great things we do, and I'm so happy that we're on board with you guys, is to be able to work with your very fabulous faculty members along with our faculty member. And you guys are always including us. And I think that's what HCC is about. We're about family. We're about being inclusive. We're about partnership. So that way we get these students to know not only just their industry, but other industries and other things that they may want to work in or dive into once they complete their certification.
Great. Well, we're going to be back in a little bit to talk about this partnership that we've got coming up tomorrow. I'm so excited about it. We are talking to Shenesse Britton, who is our division chair of the Cosmetology Department for Consumer Arts and Sciences. Again, as I mentioned, one of my favorite people. I've had the luxury of working with some great people, but Shenesse is one. We work well together. Our departments work well together. Our students work well together. So we are really, really excited about just, again, continuing to work together in these partnerships that are going to help our students succeed in the industry. So I know we're getting ready for a commercial break. Any final words, Shenesse?
I know I'm just excited about tomorrow and our students collaborating. So I can't wait to see the fabulous pictures and all the outcome for tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sometimes what you need just shows up. Houston Community College has your back, whether you're knocking out some basics or upping your game for a better job. Enroll today for spring classes and frame your future with HCC.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Things could be stranger, but I don't know how. I'm going through changes, through all of the strangeness. I'm going through changes now.
Hi, everyone. We are back with Shenesse Britton, Division Chair of the Cosmetology Department. So Shenesse, one of my favorite times of the year, fashion show, end of semester. Let's talk about the upcoming fashion show tomorrow, Euphoric Bloom, and our collaboration, which I'm so excited about. We've been doing this for a while. So tell me what the Cosmetology Department's role is in the show tomorrow.
Our role is to make sure that your models look their best. Our glam squad would be on campus. They're excited. We got all the bells and whistles pulled out. We're ready to do hair and makeup. Our faculty is also excited. And I love the idea that you guys include us on this. And it is such a great opportunity for our students because not only do they get to get included, it's a capstone. It's something they can put on their resume so they can be prepared for the interviews. And I'm just so excited about tomorrow.
It's real world experience. It's fast paced. And again, your students always do a phenomenal job with helping our collection students, which are our senior students as well, kind of see what it's going to be like in the real industry. And some of these students may be working on fashion shows, so they can kind of see that fast paced and be working one-on-one with these designers. So that's really great. So how did the collaboration come about? Tell me a little bit about the history. And I know a little bit because I was included in that history. But for our viewers, tell us how that collaboration came about.
It came about because we have such a fabulous chair, Andrea Bonner, who emailed me one day and say, hey, we have beauty right here on our campus. Why are we going outside of HCC and we can do everything in-house? And I would say a star was born, so it was born for our department. It was born for your department, your fabulous faculty, Cheryl and others that have worked with us and emailed us and kept us abreast with everything. Michelle Snelson, who does the leg work and making sure everything is going great behind the scenes with our students. It's just been fabulous to work with you year after year.
Yeah, and to your point, I did see that. I'm like, we were going out to another school, beauty school, who I won't mention, and I'm like, we have cosmetology at HCC. And then when I saw the level of work that you guys put out, I'm like, that makes sense. And I know that that's what HCC wants to see. They want to see those departments collaborate with each other. Yes. And again, it's been a phenomenal collaboration. So, what types of makeup looks will we see on the runway tomorrow? Do you know? I mean, anything? Yes,
and some of it is a little bit of a secret, but I'll let you in on this because it's spring. So definitely it won't be anything that's dramatic. Anytime that there's spring and it's euphoric bloom, you want to make sure that we're looking at natural palettes. You want natural palettes on everyone's face. You don't want to go in because depending on the day or night is the type of makeup that you will wear. We want to make sure that we have some nice hairstyles, nice chenongs that you can pull to the back. We just want to make it look classy but fabulous.
Good. So what's different for this show versus a show for one designer? Is that you have many collections. We've got a lot of different collections for our particular fashion show. Actually, tomorrow we've got, I believe, 14 or 15 looks that we're going to see on the runway. So they're all different. Wow. So as a glam squad, how do you come up with looks for, generally you're working with one designer. So they want a bold eye, a smoky, a smoky eye, a bold lip or something like that. But for when you've got all of these designers, how does the glam squad come up with one look that works well with everyone?
And that's the unique thing about hair and makeup. Usually we can look at an outfit and know what makeup palette would go with that designer. We can see how that dress is fitting on that model, and look at the model shape of her face, look at how her hair is pulled back or whether if it's long, and we can pretty much go with a certain palettes for that face. So it just depends on what look is for what, in order for that makeup to be able to just please it all the way through. Because you want to make sure it's continuously. You don't want it to kind of look one as day, but the dressing may be springtime, or something may be dramatic, but the face is too light, or it's too not bold enough. So we always want to make sure that it mesh and that it looks great. And so that way, when they walk off on that runway, they're walking fiercely.
And they always do walk fiercely. And it's amazing to see once they get their makeup done. It's like they come into themselves and they just hit that runway and really, showcase, not only the garment, but, their beautiful looks as well. So as we're finishing up the segment, so are there any basic tips that everyone can consider regarding their hair and makeup? Like, again, we're still on Zoom from probably now until the end of time. There'll be some level of that. So what are some basic things that people can think about as far as grooming or makeup or anything like that?
I would say you can never go wrong with your basic, just giving you a really light palette lipstick when you're on Zoom. Or if your hair is a nice length, you can pull it back in a nice chignon. If your hair is short like mine, just make it just tousle it a little bit, but you don't have to go and just be full glam. You just want to have just a little bit of makeup where you can look presentable. So when you're having those Zoom calls or those Teams meeting, you want to make sure that you're always ready to have your camera on.
Yeah, I've been caught a couple times with that camera, like coming in from downstairs and turning that camera on. What's your take on I know you all do lashes in your program. What's your take on the magnetic lashes that are out these days?
Magnetic lashes, those are for the people that doesn't want anything permanent. So it is something that's good to use, but I will always say that if you just want to go in and you want something permanent, I suggest you come and visit our spa, where we are doing lashes. It's a 16-week program, 1 semester, and you do get a certification with that along with your license. So I'm excited about that program.
That's really good. One thing that I took advantage of this past semester was your the facials that you all offer. And I think that's a really great tip, is just making sure that your complexion is clear and things. Because sometimes I haven't had a chance to put full makeup on. So it's like throw a lip on, and as long as my face looks clear, that's been really good. So we really, really like that program that you all have over there.
Yes, we have a phenomenal esthetician program. Phenomenal.
Yeah, and I attended the graduation yesterday, which was really, really nice. So just want to applaud you all for the great program that you have. And again, just the collaboration that we have with the departments. I mean, we work in tandem. We've got a great team of people. The professors work well together. We kind of bounce ideas off each other and come up with great ideas as far as how we can, again, help our students, because ultimately we want the students to be up to date with the skills that they have. So, again, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Everything's coming up. So I just really want to thank you and all of the professors.
I thank you as well. I thank you as well.
So we've got, again, to get today, Shenesse Britton, who is my cohort, who is the division chair of HCC's Cosmetology division. And we're going to come up with another break right now. Thank you.
Thank you.
What does moving forward look like? Houston Community College has hundreds of choices, small class sizes, and personalized support to help you do just that. Enroll today for spring classes and frame your future with HCC.
For more than a year, we have kept you informed with more than 500 remote episodes. But now we're back, bigger and better, with more news and more guests. Join us live every weekday at 10 a.m. on Facebook and YouTube, and on HCC TV at noon and 5 p.m. You can watch from anywhere. We go where you go.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. you can do it here. But I get it, you're busy, and busy people can't have prediabetes. I read that wrong. They can, okay? Just go to the site.
Hi, everybody. We are back, and we are talking about our fashion show tomorrow, our spring fashion show. We are finally back in person after 2.5 years, and we are excited about it. Tomorrow, we have our Euphoric Bloom fashion show, which is our annual collection show for our senior fashion students. As we've been talking about, the HCC's fashion merchandising collection class is presenting the fashion show tomorrow. So they're producing this fashion show, again, called Euphoric Bloom. It's here on Central Campus. Though the live event, it's a live event this year. Normally we have a big open event. People get to come in, bring tons of guests. We normally have 300 or 400 people, but this year we have a limited guest list because we are still on the throes of COVID just a little bit. So it's live. It's going to be live tomorrow. And it will be live. It'll be live streamed for everyone to see. It's going to be at 7 p.m. Doors for those that are coming in person, parents and some administrators, it's going to open at 6:30, and then a live stream will follow at 7 p.m. So for more information about how you can watch that show, if you're not in attendance, you can contact the fashion merchandising department. You can contact me here at HCC, and we'll also have the information on our Facebook page at the HCC Fashion Archive, as well as HCC Fashion School. So we hope that you'll tune in tomorrow, support these amazing fashion design students, cosmetology students who are going to be doing the looks on the runway. We're super, super excited to be back. So again, one more thing about being back is springing forward to our fall and summer classes. And Shenesse, let's talk a little bit about our cosmetology classes that we've got coming up. You got some great programs that a lot of people don't know about. So Tell us about those.
So we have 4 programs. We have our barber program, which is located on the central campus. We're gearing up, ready for enrollment for fall. We also have our lash program at the southeast location. We have a facial program at the southeast location, and we also have cosmetology, which will be at Southeast, Northline, and then our newest baby will be A-Leaf Bensonet.
That's amazing. If I wish I could go back to school, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to be one of your patrons and come. But it's great to hear about the barber program, the facial program, and I've been a client of your facialist, as well as the eyelashes, and of course the cosmetology and hair. So you guys can register now for summer and fall classes. Which again will includes all of the programs that Shenesse talked about. So we will have registration info in our post after the show. So please, if you're interested in it, if you know someone who's interested in it, we'd love to talk to you, give you more information, but we'd love to have you in the program.
Yes.
So,
thank you.
Yes, you're very welcome. So next, I want to talk to you all about, we have this great series that we started in the fashion department. We actually started it during COVID just to keep our students engaged, and we're bringing it back. It's called How to Make It in Fashion. And we really, the students really enjoy it. We like kind of a little bit about the event is we bring in industry professionals who are actually working designers, they're working buyers, stylists, all of these different variations of careers, and we bring them in to talk to the students, and we do it like a little Q&A. But we just recently had our first one for this semester. We brought it back, and we brought it back in person. We had Cesar Galindo, who is a Houston born and raised designer who is making it big in New York. He has his own label. He's also worked recently with Kimora Lee Simmons and her Baby Fat brand. And recently, if any of you all watched the Met Gala, he actually designed Diane von Furstenberg's dress along with her granddaughter's dress and another dress for another client for the Met Gala. So we are going to have this series again this summer. We don't know who the special guest is going to be. So again, follow us on social media at the HCC Fashion School and Fashion Archive, and we will give you more information about that. But we're really, really excited about that. We will let you know when that date will be. It will probably be sometime in July. So be on the lookout for that. Again, next, our summer and fall registration is open for fashion and cosmetology. So everyone can check the schedule and register, but our classes are still kind of small for some areas. There's some areas, but you can register. We definitely want to get you, the classes fill up really quickly, which is good for us. So yeah. The course options remain online anytime, online on a schedule, hybrid in person, and also and our hybrid lab. So all students can contact their instructors for more information about that. So up next, we'll be back next month with more of our HCC Lifestyle and Culture news and information you can use. Until then, sign up for those classes. We look forward to seeing you guys. And if you have any questions about any of our programs, culinary, hospitality, fashion, cosmetology, we look forward to seeing you. So thank you guys for joining us. We hope you'll join us tomorrow for our fashion show. Thanks for coming, Shenesse.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.